Ariana Grande has found herself at the center of a heated political debate after she shared a pointed post aimed at Trump supporters. What started as an Instagram story has now spiraled into a full-blown online war, with the White House itself clapping back, and even using Ariana's own song lyrics in their response. Fans are calling it fan behavior. Trump voters are furious, and the internet cannot stop talking about it. Here's how it all began. Ariana Grande took to her Instagram stories on Sunday and reposted a message originally shared by activist Matt Bernstein. The post wasn't lighthearted or playful. Instead, it asked a series of sharp, pointed questions for Trump supporters. The post read, "I want to check in with Trump voters. It's been 250 days. Now that immigrants have been torn from their families, now that trans people live in fear, now that free speech is on the brink of collapse for us all."
Stars. Ariana Grande, shut your little skinny bitch ass up. Shut it all the way the fuck. This is what she posted on her Instagram, and this is the question that she had for Trump supporters.
Wow, you are seriously top-notch dumbass, Ariana Grande. So you're talking about the violent kidnapping, as you guys like to label illegals that are here illegally, but yet you didn't say a single word about Laken Riley being viciously murdered and taken away from her family. The countless others, like that hotel worker that had his head cut off in front of his wife and son by an illegal immigrant from Cuba that even their government didn't want the guy. What about those people, Ariana Grande? What about their families that literally lost their family's life due to illegals being in this country?
Has your life gotten better? Have your groceries gotten cheaper? Has your health insurance premium gone down? Has your work-life balance improved? Can you finally take a vacation? Are you happier? Has the widespread suffering of others paid off for you in the way Trump promised it would, or are you still waiting? The post clearly referenced Trump's most controversial policies in his second term, large-scale immigration sweeps, which reportedly separated hundreds of children from their families, executive actions that targeted transgender rights, including restrictions on passports and military service, and growing fears over attacks on free speech. Ariana has never shied away from her political beliefs. She supported Kamala Harris in 2024, Bernie Sanders in 2020, and has repeatedly spoken out on trans rights and immigration. But this time, the stakes were higher because the White House decided to respond directly. Deputy Press Secretary Kush Desai, one of Trump's official spokespeople, fired back in a statement to TMZ. He mocked Ariana with a string of references to her own song, saying, "Save your tears, Ariana," because President Trump's actions ended Joe Biden's inflation crisis and are bringing in trillions in new investments. He even went further, saying, he signed an executive order just like magic that paved the way for the FTC to crack down on Ticketmaster for ripping off Ariana Grande's concert-going fans. He closed with, "Get well soon, Ariana." Fans online couldn't believe it. A White House official using Ariana's own lyrics to clap back at her criticisms. For many, it felt like fan behavior, and people joked that he was exposing himself as a true Ariana stan. But not everyone found Ariana's post admirable. MAGA supporters quickly started posting responses of their own, blasting her for being out of touch. One angry critic said, "Ariana Grande, shut your little skinny ass up. You live in a mansion with movie theaters and basketball courts, and you're asking everyday Americans about their grocery bills? You have no idea what we go through." Others accused her of hypocrisy, arguing that while she defends immigrants and the LGBTQ+ community, she doesn't speak up enough for victims of crimes committed by undocumented immigrants. One TikToker went viral with a particularly angry rant, saying, "You talk about illegals being deported, but what about Laken Riley, who were viciously murdered? What about the hotel worker who was killed in front of his family by an illegal immigrant from Cuba? Where is your sympathy for those families? At least the deported get to return to their families. These victims never will." They went further, dragging Ariana's personal life into it by accusing her of home wrecking and saying celebrities like her were nothing more than puppets to the elites. The backlash highlighted a deeper divide. On one side, Ariana's millions of followers praised her courage for speaking out against Trump's policies, saying they respected her for using her platform to spotlight uncomfortable truths. On the other, MAGA supporters accused her of being elitist, condescending, and completely out of touch with the struggles of average Americans. Meanwhile, critics pointed out that Deputy Press Secretary Desai's claim that Trump ended the inflation crisis was misleading. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, inflation had actually risen to 2.9% in August, the biggest increase in consumer prices since January. While the FTC did, in fact, announce a lawsuit against Live Nation and Ticketmaster for deceptive practices, economists noted that everyday costs like groceries and rent remain high, contradicting the White House's rosy narrative. This isn't the first time Ariana has waded into political waters. After Trump's inauguration in 2021, she reposted a message from advocates for trans equality, promising solidarity. In 2023, she shared Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's call for Trump's impeachment after airstrikes on Iranian nuclear sites. Ariana has consistently positioned herself as an ally to marginalized groups.
Ariana Grande, shut your little skinny bitch ass up. Shut it all the way the fuck up. This is what she posted on her Instagram, and this is the question that she had for Trump supporters. Now, mind you, she did not even come up with this question herself. She shared it from somebody else. But I'll go ahead and move out of the way so y'all can pause to read the question. Now, allow me to respond. First of all, Miss Ma'am, the fact that you're sitting up in your $1 million mansion on top of your millions of dollars talking to the everyday average American about their groceries, their health insurance premiums, if they're able to take a vacation, the audacity that celebrities like you have talking to us when y'all are sitting up in your 12-bedroom houses, your 18 bathrooms, your basketball courts, your movie theaters, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about what the everyday working American goes through. Talking about the immigrants of the country. If you didn't know, if you're an immigrant, that means you're legal. The criminals, the illegals are getting deported, which f***ing good. Sitting up here talking about how trans people have to live in fear every day. Us women are living in fear every single day, wondering if some Jeeper Creeper man is gonna come into the bathroom and essay us. Give me a f***ing break. While you're standing in front of your entire security team. Go f*** yourself on that one. I cannot stand celebrities like this that actually have the audacity, the f***ing audacity to try to act like they are on the same playing level like we are. You have some fucking nerve, girlie. You really do. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you're so worried about the immigrants that are getting deported, how about you take your other 17 bedrooms in your house and you house these fucking people?
But the conversation didn't stop there, you guys. Oh, no. Others spoke out against Ariana's post, including a TikToker who questioned the apparent lack of sympathy and empathy for victims of crimes committed by undocumented immigrants. Here's what this TikToker had to say.
Wow, you are seriously top-notch dumbass, Ariana Grande. So you're talking about the violent kidnapping, as you guys like to label illegals that are here illegally, but yet you didn't say a single word about Laken Riley being viciously murdered and taken away from her family. The countless others, like that hotel worker that had his head cut off in front of his wife and son by an illegal immigrant from Cuba that even their government didn't want the guy. What about those people, Ariana Grande? What about their families that literally lost their family's life due to illegals being in this country? The good news is the people that got deported back to their country actually get to go see their family. That's where they were born and raised. But the immigrants that took the lives of citizens, these families will never see their family again. Where's the sympathy and empathy for those people? What happened to during Biden's administration when inflation had got to an all-time high in over 40 years? You guys were preaching that this was the cost of democracy. Or how about when they tried to lock up President Trump as a political opponent, tried to assassinate him because they knew they couldn't win against him? Where was the empathy and sympathy for them? Oh, and what the hell are you talking about? Can you vacation? Can you pay your grocery bill while you're sitting in your Beverly Hills mansion being a homewrecker? Yeah, did you forget that you broke up an entire family because you're so damn insecure as a person that you have to go after people that are already taken? Because that's your track record. That's the type of record you have in your dating world. So Ariana Grande, you're a dumbass, and every single time you guys open your mouth, you continue to prove the reason why you guys are in Hollywood is because you're too stupid to do anything else. You are just the puppets to the elites, the oligarchies that you claim you're fighting against, but you're controlled by them. So Ariana Grande, shut your mouth. We don't care about your opinion. And yeah, we don't regret our decision of President Trump. He's cleaning up crime.
And an outspoken critic of Trump's policies. But this latest clash feels different because of how directly the White House chose to respond. The situation raises an interesting question. Are celebrities like Ariana Grande out of touch when they criticize political leaders from their million-dollar mansions?
More like the Wicked Witch of the West than Glinda, if you ask the MAGA faithful anyway. Wicked's Good Witch has angered President Trump's most loyal fans after re-sharing an Instagram post from podcast host Matt Bernstein. The post reads in part, "Now that immigrants have been violently torn from their families and communities have been destroyed, now that trans people have been blamed for virtually everything and live in fear, now that free speech is on the brink of collapse for us all, has your life gotten better?" It goes on to ask whether groceries are cheaper or if healthcare premiums have gone down. You get the idea. Well, the president's supporters jumped to his defense, telling Grande that she should stick to what she does best and keep out of politics, or calling her a sheep like most celebrities. You might say she's not very popular with MAGA or the White House either. An administration spokesperson fired back at the pop star in a statement that reads, "Save your tears, Ariana, because President Trump's actions ended Joe Biden's inflation crisis and are bringing in trillions in new investments. He even signed an executive order just like magic that paved the way for the FTC to crack down on Ticketmaster for ripping off Ariana Grande's concert-going fans. Get well soon, Ariana."
Or are they using their massive platforms for good? Forcing conversations that others are too afraid to have? With nearly 380 million Instagram followers, Ariana's influence is undeniable. When she speaks, people listen, including, apparently, the White House itself. At the end of the day, this is bigger than just Ariana or Trump. It's about the strange new reality where pop culture and politics are colliding like never before. The fact that a pop star can repost a politically charged Instagram story, and within hours, the White House issues a response filled with cheeky song references, that tells you everything about where we're at. The lines between celebrity culture and governance are more blurred than ever, so where does this leave us? Ariana Grande is doubling down on her political voice. Trump's administration is clapping back with pop culture references, and regular Americans are left debating groceries, immigration, and free speech through the lens of celebrity drama. Whether you agree with Ariana or not, one thing is undeniable. The conversation is far from over. What do you think? Was Ariana right to call out Trump supporters with her post? Was the White House response clever or cringe? And do celebrities like Ariana Grande help or hurt political debates when they speak out? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.